Good day to everybody. Today I am going to discuss about the points to be remembered in food safety audit. It is a very important part of any ISO certification, audit, and food safety audit is very important. And how it will be conducted, I will discuss about that. So, first of all, the food safe before the you are getting, your organization will get or uh, achieve the certification of ISO 22000, means food safety management system. Actually, ISO will not give the award the certificate. Actually, the ISO appointed some certification agency like in India, SGS, DNV. They will conduct the audit, and they will, if they will be satisfied, they will award the ISO certification, or including the ISO food safety certification also they will give, means ISO 22000. Now, first, what they are doing, they are first of all they will uh, inquire or judge the present documents of the organization related to food safety audit. If the documents will conform to the requirements of the food safety management system or quality management system, then they will further conduct the spot audit by these external auditors. So, this documentation sufficiency is whether the documents sufficiency are there for food safety management system or not. It will be called the adequacy audit. Adequacy audit. When they will be satisfied with this audit, they will ultimately award the they will conduct the on spot on spot audit, and if they will be satisfied, they will recommend and they will award the certification for the period of 3 years. And in between these 3 years, they will conduct the periodic surveillance audit time to time to ensure that the organization will follow the standards, ISO standards properly or not. So this is the adequacy audit, and the documentation checkup will be done here. And there are generally three types of audit are there. Types of audit, three types of audit will be there. First one is the uh, first party audit. For first party audit, second one is the second party audit, and third one is the third party audit. So the first party audit is called the internal audit. Internal audit of the organization. It will be done internally. Internal auditors will carry out the audit. This is called first party audit. Second party audit means the say that some organization is going to produce some products in your organization, by your organization. This is called third party operation, and they will time to time the the organization, said organization will time to time audit your system. This is called the second party audit. And third party audit is the external audit. It will be done by for the certification purpose. It will be done by the certificate agency external auditors, appointed external auditors, and if they will be satisfied, they will award the certification, ISO certification. So these are the three types of audit generally happened. So now we come to the point. Our today's discussion is the uh, what are the points to be remembered in food safety audit? Points to be remembered which are very important. Points to be remembered in food safety audit. What are the points? Safety audit. First point we will discuss about the documentation. Documentation part. Documentation is one of the important thing of any ISO certification, including the food safety management system certification ISO 22000. So documentation means there are some SOP, standard operating procedure will be there in the organization, and so also there are some specification manual, some testing manual, some SOP, production procedure manual. Everything these are generally present in the in a organization. And what should be done? Actually, these all the documents SOP including manual should be revised at every 5 years interval, and it will be any manual for utility section, for maintenance section, for production section, for quality control. Every manual should be revised at 5 years interval, within 5 years interval and 5 years gap, and it should be if there will be no change, no problem. If you try, you want to keep the same manual, there is but your date of revision to be changed, and the due date for revision you have to be mentioned, and there will be created or by some people, the any people, and it should be approved by the CEO or head of the organization, obviously, and they have put their sign in the every manual after 5 years interval. Now this is the first thing, and in day to day you are maintaining some log sheets and some manuals will be there. So this manual should be kept for 3 years, maximum 3 years. So for ISO certification purpose, they can demand for the 3 year, within 3 years they will demand the documents. So you have to show the documents. So you have to keep the documents for at least 3 years. After 3 years, you can destroy it. No problem of that. So this is the documentation purpose. And second one is the most important part is the calibration of calibration of machines and some electronic machines, electronic devices, and also the laboratory machines and laboratory equipments should be calibrated. Laboratory equipments, including the thermometer and all the lactometer, all should be calibrated by some external agency, authorized external agency in a year. and they will give the certificate, and you have to keep the certificate with you. This is the another important thing you have to remember these things. Calibration of machines and laboratory equipments in the some electronic devices like flow meter should be calibrated. So load cell in the silo or tank should be calibrated properly, and any thermometer, anything, any remote devices should be calibrated by this external agency in a year. You can do it by your internal resources, but it should be done once in a year by some external agency. It is mandatory, and you have to keep the certificates for the calibration certificates for them. So this is the another important point to be remembered. Third point is the calibration of machines and any hazardous material, hazardous chemical like caustic, uh, hazardous materials like chemicals like caustics, acids like nitric acids, caustic, sodium hydroxide, H2O2. This hazardous chemical should be kept under lock and key in separate place. This is the mandatory thing of this the food safety audit, and you have to remember it, and you have to take care of it. It is under lock and key, these hazardous chemicals, and in separate place. And fourth point is the pest control. When we are talking about the pest control is also the important part. It will come under PRP, prerequisite program also. I have told that. But pest control, what you have to done? Pest control, we are doing the rodent pest control, rodent control. Also the gold seal method for ants and cockroaches, and integrated fly management system. Everything will be done. But for pest rodent control like rat, mouse, like that, uh, they they for trap them, we are using some, generally this pest control agency are using some rodent box with number, and every section the rodent box will be there in warehouse, anywhere they, where they are thinking, or the organization are thinking that it is necessary to keep their rodent box. And you have to make by this pest control agency one rodent uh, map, which is uh, which is actually identify that where the actually which number of rodent box will be placed or located in which section. So you can identify that. So it is very important. From rodent, you have to keep a rodent map for that. Actually, the auditor will frequently ask for this documentation. And fifth one is the food safety policy. I have told that the management should have some food safety policy. Sixth one is the allergen policy. Allergen policy mainly where allergen means there are 8 major allergens identified, like milk, egg, fish, shellfish, crustaceans, nuts, and wheat, soybeans, like that. 8 major allergen materials, food materials have been identified. And why they are called allergen? Allergen is the allergen actually the foreign material, extraneous material to our body, actually trigger our immunity system, and it will cause some inflammation. So it is some irritation will be there the inflammation will be there, so some irritation will be there, so it is a problem. So we should keep away our, some people will be very sensible to this, sensitive to this allergen, so we should be careful about that. We should be, this allergen food material should be identified and labeled very distinctly in the, in your organization where it will be kept, and it will be separated from non allergen materials, like where some organization will produce the fruit juice and milk, milk also. So milk is a allergen, so you have to keep the milk away from the fruit juice material. You cannot mix up with the allergen material with non-allergen material. And when we are running this system in your organization, the when we are running the juice, or when you are running the milk, after every milk running, you have to, after CIP, you have to check the residual part will be there, either residual part will be there or not, by some kits to the allergen detection. So this will be keep in your mind, kept in your mind, so that you can do it properly. And seventh one is the glass policy. Seventh one is the glass policy. Every material in your organization, every glass used in for window pane or anything, it should be numbered properly. If there is any broken glass, it will be replaced properly, and you have to take account of this, maintain a record for this also. So this is the glass policy. You should have, the organization should have the glass policy, because when glass is a very brittle material, when it will be broken, it will be in pieces, so minute pieces, it can be mixed with the food material. So you have to be careful about that glass policy. And eighth one is the traceability. Traceability. What is the traceability? There are two types of traceability. Actually, from incoming raw material to finished product, we have to done some traceability. What are the process applied for the raw material, and what are the quality of the raw material? Who is the supplier of the raw material? So everything will be recorded, and when the auditor will ask you the any finished product, they will take any finished product, there will be batch number will be there, and the date of production will be there. They will ask for you the traceability documents, and you have to produce it within 2 hours or 3 hours. You have to produce the exact all the details of the raw materials, every raw materials, packaging materials. You have to give the details for this batch number. You have to produce before the auditor. So this is the primary requirement of the traceability. And another thing is the, you maintain a documents for mock recall. Mock recall means when any product will be say that if any other product will be failed in the market, they have showed some defects in it, so you have to immediately recall the product from there, and there will be some system of that, how after returning from the market, how you can make the traceability of the product. It is very important for mock recall. And how to replace or compensate the loss of the customers. You have to take care of this. And eighth one is like, these are the very important part of food safety management system. and it is the customer feedback form. Feedback form. There should be some provision for customer feedback, daily customer feedback from marketing department. They will give you the feedback. They will give you the actual judging of the your product. If they suggestion, any suggestion they will give. So you have to keep the customer feedback form on regular basis, and you have to check it in regularly. If there is a problem, you have to try to find the root cause for that, and analyze the root cause, and rectify the problem like that. So it will be very useful. So the customer feedback form is the another important thing. Another ninth point is the you have to form a building a food safety team and leader. Food safety team and leader. No, sorry, 10, 11th point. This is one is the 11th point. Food safety team and leader. Building a food safety team and leader for that. It is very necessary. On paper, you have to form your food safety team, and it will be head of the organization will decide it, and who will be the food safety leader, he will decide it, and you have to keep it on paper, so that when the external auditors will ask for that, you can produce it immediately. So this is the building food safety team and leader, 11th point. Now 12th point is, in your organization, if there is any cleaning tools like brooms, wiper, like that, cleaning tools should be labeled properly. Should be labeled properly. Means some section in the toilet you are using some brooms and wiper. In quality section you are using. So every in production section you are using the broom. Every section you have to keep the separate cleaning tools for that, and it will be labeled. Means that it will should not be mixed up with each other, so that the separate section will be separate cleaning cleaning tools for them, and it will be labeled by different color, like in quality control you can use green color, in production you can use blue color, in toilet you can use the red color, so it will not be mixed up. So this is the cleaning tools should be labeled properly. And 13th one is the um, uh, when you are the stacking of your material, it is very important. Stacking of your food products or materials. Generally, the food products, when you are keeping in the storeroom or any storage room, any cold room, you should not keep it in directly. The finished product or any raw material should not, any packaging material, you should not keep it directly on the floor. This is the rule, and you should keep it on the pallet, and this pallet should be made of plastic. Not, you cannot use, you can't use any wooden pallet for that. So pallet should be there, and for stacking material you should keep 1 to 1.5 feet distance from the wall. You should not keep it with the wall. You should maintain the distance of at least 1 to 1.5 feet from the every wall, each and every wall. You should be careful about that. Stacking of your food products. And 14 is generally for transporting purpose of the material, raw material, and the packaging material and the finished product goods to shifting into the to the warehouse. You should not do it will be preferable not do it by manually. You should do it by using some forklift for that. It is a modern way of transporting any material within your organization. You should use some forklift, and this forklift should be battery operated. It will be better if the forklift should be battery operated. So, and the stacking of the things, all these things should be done by the forklift. The using of forklift should be there. And most importantly, the CCP monitoring, CCP and OPRP, I have already discussed about that. Operational prerequisite program point should be monitoring. CCP and OPRP monitoring should be done, and it will be recorded properly. Monitoring, and it should be recorded properly. This is the another thing. And 16th point is uh, the all the tanks or silo used for keeping the product, a semi-finished product or finished product, you should there will be some manhole on the top of the every tank or silo. So this manhole should be closed by lock and key. It is very important one thing, and this lock key will be kept by the some responsible person only. And there should be some provision in your production section and any section. There should be the provision of CCTV camera, closed circuit TV should be arranged there, and it will be monitored by some person on regular basis. So CCTV camera and the all the tanks should be lock and key, and all the tanks or silos, all the tanks and silos under lock and key. 16 point. And 7 other point is this like that. Sixteenth, 17th point will be the sanitizer, proper sanitizer before entering the production room floor. The proper sanitizing, hand sanitizer should be there. Sanitizing facility will be there proper. Before entering the production floor, and you should use the safety shoe for that. Safety shoe only for the production inside the production. You have to use only safety shoe for that. If you use cap, safety shoe, cap, and if it is possible, you can use also apron. Also, you can use in laboratory section, and also quality control section, and the manufacturing section, production section also. So safety shoe and cap, apron is should be properly maintained. And these are the I have almost discussed some, maybe 1 to 2 point maybe left, but I try to cover all these things. These are the most uh, important things in any food safety audit. You have to maintain it. So I hope that you will like it. So thank you.